to actually have an idea and want it to reach as many people as possible, that's marketing. A publicist is there to help you get publicity. We put you in front of as many people as we can to help you grow your brand, to help you, as far as book publishing goes, help you gain more readers, help you sell more books, help you build a bigger name for yourself. I actually started out in the music industry many, many years ago. I was fortunate and blessed to work with some incredible people, Tommy Mottola, Vivian Scott Shue, and that fed my passion. I've always had a creative heart, and I always like to think outside the box in ways that could help grow an idea. During all this time, I also became a published author myself. That's been my passion, was writing, and I learned more about the industry and what was going to happen and what I needed to do to make sure that I could have as much success as possible. Honey Magnolia has been going for a little well over 2 years now, and it's been nonstop ever since. And I'm both shocked, amazed, and inspired by its growth. And at the same time, I'm probably getting less and less sleep, but it's a good thing. Years ago, when people just considered print books in a bookstore, your selling point was your spine. So how that spine looked was good. What's going to make someone say, huh? But then once they go and say, okay, there's this book here, I'm going to take it off the shelf. It's that cover. That's marketing. Years ago, remember, everybody wanted to be on Oprah's book club list because they knew what that could do for their career. But today, we're talking about ebooks. We're talking about audiobooks. We're talking about so many other medias that change that. So we're not just looking at a spine on a bookshelf. To craft that really good book, you've got to get what's up here on paper. But then you have to have a team in place. You have to have a good editing team. And a great editor is going to help you make that book better. An author has to be hands-on, whether you're signed traditionally or you're doing it as an indie. You have to be hands-on, and you have to take control of your marketing if you want to see any continued success. And by continued success, I'm talking about sales. So being consistent, being in a way that with your brand and your message and what you write, this is a great opportunity for you to really explore marketing, to not just sell the current book, but keep the rest of them going. Audiobooks are reaching a whole nother high. And that, I'm listening to an audiobook now. The book came out 4 years ago, but the audiobook just released. And it's giving this book a whole nother life. I love that there's so many new voices that are coming out. We read a book and we say, this should have been a movie. Why isn't this a movie? I'm excited for the fact that people are recognizing and seeing just how important our stories are. And they're not looking over it. They're not assuming that they don't want to be heard. If anything, we're going to make sure it happens. It's going to happen for us.
Hi, my name is Malaysia. I am not Amber Malloy, and I'm here to tell you about Spies R Us. Spies R Us is about an African-American spy who had to fake her death for 3 years because someone was trying to harm her family. And 3 years later, when she came back, she found that her husband was with somebody else and that her 2 twins did not recognize her. And she essentially had to figure out how she was going to figure out who was trying to harm her family, as well as whether or not she was able to recuperate the relationship between her and her husband. Originally in the book, in the scene with Eden and Van is showing Eden about his good green business. However, here shown in the scene, what occurs is that Eden and Van are going down the farmer's market and coming to terms with their relationship with one another.
What is this?
Trust me.
Seriously, Van? What is this?
My company started a garden for the neighborhood. We plant during the spring, and when summer hits, we sell everything.
Nice, but why did you bring me here?
Everyone deserves a second chance.
Oh, do we now?
Can we start over, Eden? Hit the reset button?
And what would that entail?
Look, I have been an ass. And you have been, for the lack of a better word, mad. Appropriately so.
You think?
Tess is...
You mean Svetlana?
Tell me that wasn't her name.
Oh, is that a little too on the nose for a Russian spy?
Anna or Irina would have been better.
I'll keep that in mind for the next time you want to screw our kid's teacher.
Okay, well, as long as you give me a warning the next time you get an inkling to fake your own death again, then cool.
You know what, Van?
Don't act like
At least my
disappearing
crap
for years
was
is
for
not
us.
a big deal. Shit. Look, can you at least meet me halfway?
What do you have in mind?
I'll be a good boy and play along with this career that I didn't know you had.
Telling people you're a spy kind of defeats the purpose of being a spy.
There's got to be a spouse clause in there somewhere.
Sure. Next spy meeting, I'll make sure to bring it up.
Look, I won't bitch when your team is in my office invading my personal space. And I'll be on my best behavior around your people.
And what do I have to do?
Start spending the nights at home. The boys are beginning to notice that you disappear a lot.
Where will I sleep?
We'll work out the arrangements. Just be there is all I ask.
Shouldn't be a problem. Casing Svetlana's apartment is turning out to be a dead end. We're hoping to pull the plug on surveillance by tomorrow.
Tess was convenient. And I was lonely. My wife was dead, after all.
Yeah. Get a dog. I hear they're far more loyal than Russian operatives / really shitty school teachers.
Deal.